Summer is in full effect, and in fact, it is the week of the 4th of July this week, and as my husband said, Wednesday never felt so Monday. So this week has been a little bit hectic, and in the summertime, often we put a pause on things in our lives. Things slow down a lot. Kids go to camp, or maybe our workload lightens a little bit. Maybe we take a little bit of vacation time. And if that is the case, there are a couple of things that I want to invite you to participate in. First of all, summer services. Unfortunately, we've been inside a lot this summer because it is soupy outside, and when it's not soupy, it is hot. And it gives us an opportunity to have a much more intimate and casual service inside. So if you're available Fridays, 6:30, and either you're like, it's Shabbos, let's do a little bit of Shabbos, or you're like, you know, sometimes during the school year it's too hard, or it's hard for me to follow the service, this is really an opportunity for you to come, to get a feel for what services are, to have things move at a more casual manner and at a different sort of a pace. We take a breath and we really get to experience the service in a slightly different way, and I want to invite you to participate in that. Also, if you are interested in Jewish study, I just want to draw your attention to two really, really wonderful websites. One is called myjewishlearning.com, and if you've been to B'nai Mitzvah, you know that this is a resource that our students use a lot. It is an incredible and expansive website with a lot of answers to a lot of different questions that you may not even know that you have, or things that, sure, I'm fascinated by this, and I wanna dive into it. One of the nice things about My Jewish Learning is it is not associated with any particular stream of Judaism. So you get a range of answers, you get a range of topics, and it's a really pretty fantastic thing. The other website I want to draw your attention to is a website called Sefaria. Sefer is a book in Hebrew, and Sifriya is a library. So Sefaria, SEFARIA.org, is this amazing website full of Jewish texts. So we're talking about a lot of primary sources, and if you've heard of like Rashi and Rambam, or you've heard of commentaries, or you've heard of Talmud, or you've heard about Midrash or Mishnah, all of it exists on this particular website. And their ideal is democratizing Jewish texts. And so you find all of these amazing, amazing texts. And if that's overwhelming, one of the things that you can do is look at topics. I've always wondered what Judaism has to say about certain values, certain beliefs, or I've always been curious about kashrut, about, you know, keeping kosher and what all of that is. And you can go to these topics and you can click on them, and there are two ways for you to explore. One is through the sources, where it takes you to the primary sources, and the other is something called Sheets. And what Sheets does is it gives you different scholars, rabbis, people who make use of the website, and it gives you the way that they have compiled the sources and some of their own thinking for when they were getting ready to teach lessons or give Divrei Torah and that sort of thing. And if you're looking for just like a little taste of Jewish learning without having to do a deep dive, or maybe even without having to engage other people, this is a really, really wonderful resource. And if it turns out you're like, this is fascinating and I'm having a hard time understanding, or I want someone to discuss this with, or it would be great to learn this with somebody else, do me a favor, get in touch with me and we can set something up so that we have the opportunity to explore in depth together what you may be learning. So this is my invitation for a little bit of summer Judaism, and I hope that you will take us up on it. By the way, our official opening of our new playground is on Sunday at 10 o'clock. We should beat the rain. I hope that you will bring your youngsters, whether they're your kids, your grandkids, friends' kids, let their parents know, or at least, you know, ask permission first. Bring them. We're going to have a great time. Thanks so much.